everybody. Welcome. My name is Romero. I'm joined here by M-Dog, Bentley himself. He's going to help me cast today, so I hope you're ready. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good? You excited for some Overwatch tonight?
I'm very excited for some Overwatch.
All right. Well, to start off with, we're just going to talk about some of the maps that we'll be seeing today.
All right.
So our first match that has been confirmed will be against New York University.
Okay.
And their team name is the NYU Somewhat Violets. Um, so you believe that their like varsity team is the Ultraviolets. So this is just like their team right underneath that. So they're the Somewhat Violets.
Very creative name.
Yeah, pretty clever there. But first map tonight will be Busan, which is a control
Control
or
point.
control point map. Would you like to talk about it a bit?
Well, I do love Busan myself because when I started on my computer, Overwatch, I used to be a Diva main before I switched over to a full tank main.
Okay.
So I do love Diva. I do love most of her lore. I do wish that the animation they gave her was a bit better,
Okay.
but the map that they gave her was great. It
Yeah.
really sets up for her as you really can't escape a Diva ult in that
Yeah,
place.
I mean it's a lot of open
Open,
space,
open area.
and you can really see far from wherever you are on any of the maps. Um, so looking forward for that. Map two will be Hanamura, which this is one of the older maps of the game. It's been around since at least the beta from when I started playing. Um, what do you expect from Hanamura? What are your thoughts on it?
I'm hoping to see a couple of sniper duos.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to get that, but I would love to see it. Also, Hammond is pretty devastating, but I know they probably won't pull him out,
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunately.
it's the teams have been playing a lot of different compositions. They're
Yeah.
trying to uh, do this, just trying to get a feel for all these things. Um, and I'm gonna hurry up a little bit here. They're about to start. But map three will be Blizzard World, one of the newer maps. Fantastic map. I absolutely love it. Which is a payload map.
Yep.
But yeah.
Hybrid, actually, control point, then
Oh yeah,
payload.
it's a hybrid map. So that should be really fun as well. I mean, we've seen it in the past before. A lot of fun. And that last point, trying to push the payload, is always an uphill battle for whoever's attacking, but
And very stressful at
it is,
times.
yep, definitely. So are we, okay, so we still got some time to talk here.
All right.
But so another big thing that's happened recently is the addition of Ash into competitive. So that's something we'll probably be seeing tonight.
I hope we do.
Yeah.
Ash play is very skillful at times.
Okay.
A lot of the shooting TNT requires actual
Yeah.
aiming down sights. Or a trick with Ash actually is to keep your mouse cursor still when you throw the TNT,
Yeah.
and after when you're able to shoot again, it'll be perfectly timed.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a skill ceiling for Ashe in comparison to someone like Hammond or Moira or Brigitte, who just kind of joined in there. And not saying they're not difficult to play, but they're characters that are a little bit easier to
They're
sort
more
of
like
handle.
starter heroes
Yeah,
almost.
as opposed to like the Ana whenever she the first character that was announced. He's probably someone that required a little bit more skill, or someone like Doomfist who's super chaotic, and so uh,
If done right,
if done right, Doomfist is a
a
force to be
monster.
yeah. So I'm super excited to see Ash. What do you think of her ult, Bob?
I love Bob.
You love Bob?
Love Bob.
All right, got some Bob lovers here. So looks like we're starting. The first map again is Busan. So both teams are just going to be fighting for one control point in the middle, sort of king the hill. I don't. What map? Do you know the names of the map for this one?
This one I believe is Mecha Base,
Mecha
so it
Base.
looks like we're starting out with a good old goat stomp here.
Yep, that's something that you always see nowadays. It's kind of the meta right now. Not a big fan of goats personally, but it works.
It
And
works with devastating power.
yes, so we have Lindis, of course, on Reinhardt, Seeds on Brigitte,
Actually
Taco and
seeing
Taco,
Paco on
Diva.
Diva here.
Yep. It looks like they're going to be fighting on up on the top. So Dad is going to be on Lucio here, just keeping everyone pretty good speed and some heals. Fitch Flight on this Moira there looks like,
Let's let that TNT hit most of our teammates
yeah.
there.
So new burning mechanic with Ashe. So if you get hit by that TNT, you actually burn for a few seconds, which does a surprisingly annoying amount of damage.
Yeah, the blast is actually 100 while the, or 100. The blast is actually 75 while the burn does 100.
It looks like Lindis was able to take out the enemy Reinhardt, but Paco de Taco falls, and looks like Lindis was also able to take out the Zarya and Ashe and Lucio on.
Pinch of Light actually takes out the Lucio.
Yeah.
That great tracking mechanic from.
So ACU right here takes a good early lead. They've taken control of the point, and their percentage is going up. They're kind of pushing a bit over here. I don't, hope they don't overextend. Mr. Bob Sparks is actually on the Zarya right now.
Yeah, he's got a very high charge at the moment
He
too.
does. He almost has his ult as well. So
They're just see a really good ult from Zarya's here.
yeah. So
this is a good place to put it.
Oh man, what an ult! Oh,
and look at Lendis.
that is. I think that's a team kill, almost
That
at
is
least.
an almost team kill.
So that was some really good plays, smart plays by ACU right now. They are keeping the somewhat Violets at bay, just pushing them back, not letting them on the point. And Mr. Bob Sparks is just charging in there, just doing damage, keeping them back.
I really did love that grab. That grab was a great placement too, along with Lendis as a Reinhardt swinging away at just everything inside.
Pitch of Flight barely survives here. You get a nice little Lucio ult here.
Seeds taking on the back line there.
2v1 here.
Now it's a 3v1.
3v1, and he
unfortunately he falls.
Yeah. But it looks like ACU's slowly starting to fall here. They kind of overextended a bit.
Still keeping the point alive though.
Yep, which is really smart. It looks like they're at 80%, and they're still alive. You see that Diva ult?
They wasted that grab too. The other team did.
Yeah.
Somewhat Violence. And Lendis with the bonk on the Reaper there.
Oh, he takes out Daddy. There's a Daddy v Daddy here in this this matchup, but looks like ACU was able to keep them at bay. Someone's on the point. It looks like there is that Reinhardt.
Great charge on that Reinhardt and the follow-up. That was just beautiful by Lendis there.
Calculated.
Beautiful Earth Shatter too. Stops everything in its tracks. That was great.
ACU was able to just keep the somewhat Violets just pushed back, preventing them from ever taking that point.
I don't even think they capped it mostly, did they?
No, they didn't even cap it once. So good first round on ACU's part. It looks like they're going to map 2 here. Do you know what the name of this one is?
This one's name, I don't want to say it wrong, but I believe it's either Temple or Sanctuary.
Okay. But looks like they're going to stick with the Goats comp, which, as you clearly saw from this last round, you know, it's
it works wonders.
It's a super good composition. And you can definitely see that ACU's been practicing it a lot. They've been, performing. I mean,
looks like they have the somewhat Violets have the Doomfist now, trying to wreck that backline. Also, Doomfist is great against shield tanks, just knocks me fine out of position. Unfortunately, Lendis falls by that fire strike there.
Yeah, looks like the somewhat Violets are a little bit more on the tactics of ACU, but ACU still able to take the point first, and they're just trading players right now. But it looks like ACU still has a fighting presence. Finch of Flight eventually falls, and looks like ACU's team has slowly fallen, so they need to sort of gather up, regroup here, and think of a new way to approach. They were able to get 11%, but ACU, of course, needs to get 100 in order to win this round. So looks like they're going to possibly do a split push. No, they're sticking together. Good.
Good.
The power of Goats there.
Now, if someone were able to take out that Ana as Seeds tried to do, that would have been a great asset to their team fight. Unfortunately, he was slept in the process.
Yeah, and
you see the Dragons come out by the enemy Hanzo here, and the Earth Shatter too.
Wow. So they decided to use all the alts there just to keep ACU back. So ACU is going to regroup here. Looks like Lendis almost has his Earth Shatter. He'll probably have it by the time that their fight begins, and I assume that some of the other players on ACU's team have their ults as well. So they're sticking together, approaching from the left this time. Um, let's see what happens here.
Looks like once Lundus gets his Earth Shatter, he's going to try to bait out the Rhine
Yeah.
from the shield.
All right. Well,
Let's see.
you
They
see,
unfortunately get stuck in a grab here.
yeah. But it looks like ACU was only lost seeds, and Pakuta Taco, Spiff and AKO from New York's side
We
also went
see
down.
the enemy team actually C9ing here as Daddy almost finishes capping the point.
Almost gets it.
Almost got it.
He's still contesting though. Doesn't really do anything for ACU right now since they're not the one with
Any percentage.
yeah. But he falls and now he's going to be staggered. Um, so they're going to have to wait for the Lucio before they can really go in and try to fight. Um, luckily,
Fortunately, Lucio's a fast-paced character.
yep. Oh, and you
See the
see that
dragons
is
come out.
yeah. I mean I don't know if that's really something that I wanted to see here.
See Mr. Bob Sparks again with that grab again. Let's hope he can pull.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful grab.
gets the entire team, and it looks like 3 of New York's team, New York University's teams go
Only
down.
Zen is left, and he falls by
Oh,
Seeds.
wow, that is amazing.
Great grab on his part again.
Yeah, he was able to get at least 5 of the somewhat Violets players, which gave them the sort of leeway that they needed to take the point. So the somewhat Violets have 99%, but ACU still has a fighting chance here. Mr. Bob
Unfortunately,
Sparks
Mr. Bob Sparks falls by that Hanzo.
Yep, and there you see uh, a Doomfist.
Seeds close to death by
Yeah.
that Doomfist.
But you don't ever actually die as Ricky. So he's just fighting in the back lines, trying to take out some of the squishier characters. He falls, unfortunately.
See Lendus jumping around as the monkey himself.
Yep.
Trying
Not
to
a monkey,
stay
though.
alive. Unfortunately, he falls to the Reinhardt.
Yep, and slow and steady, everyone seems to be just falling right now, but someone's still on the point, and
We see Daddy going to a contested, yeah.
Yep, that's one of the perks of being Lucio, of just being ball riding and being an absolute nuisance to the team, trying to ensure that they don't lose this match or lose the percentage.
Oh, unfortunately, someone in the Ultraviolets, Doomfist, dies by the Pato de Taco's Diva Bomb.
Yeah, and it looks like ACU's back on the point. They're fighting for it.
Daddy gave them the stall that they needed.
Yeah, so Lindis falls, but both healers for Ultraviolets fall, and it looks like the rest of the team falls right after. And ACU is still on this point. They're still fighting for it, and they still have control of it. So the percentage goes up. You see the Doomfist just rushing in.
We also see that the somewhat Violets also use their Earth Shatter here, so they really have don't have much to follow up.
And there you have it. ACU was able to keep a presence on that point and win that second map.
All thanks to that Lucio too.
Yeah, Pakuta Taco with the play of the game. Let's see this. I assume it's probably some sort of ult or maybe just a massive amounts of damage. Wow, yeah.
Massive amounts of damage. You see Lendus actually getting the kills there, but it was the rocket damage that really sealed the deal there.
Wow, that is quite amazing there. That's really good performance by both teams.
By both teams.
ACU was, I don't know if it's luck or skill, but they were able to hold on to that last point and able to win that game. So
that was a very good stall by the Lucio too. He actually stalled for quite some time.
yeah, I mean that's again when you can't hit, someone that's wall riding and going super fast and has the ability to heal himself. I mean it caused a lot of panic for the team.
Especially if you don't have an auto tracker such as Winston.
or Moira or something
Moira
like that.
too.
So it looks like our next map, of course, is going to be Hanamura.
Okay.
So, of course, the Overwatch matches are best 2 out of 3. So, if New York University is able to win this next match, then we go on to the third map. So, Hanamura, it is control points, or yes?
Yes, it is. Capture the points.
Yes. So, what do you expect to see here? I know that at least the ACU Overwatch team has requested that we don't, reveal too much of their strategies. They've definitely been practicing a lot from what you've told me. But what do you expect, from both teams, being someone that actively plays a lot? on this map.
Well, anyone who plays or has played on Hanamura knows that it's a sniper-ruled map for the most part, especially on actually both the points there. There's a lot of sniper advantage. What I'm hoping to see on defense is at least some sniper presence in the team rosters.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so do you think it'll be more of a Widowmaker, or do you think more of a Hanzo sort of situation? Maybe even Ashe at this point, because she can kind of do a lot of damage from long range as well.
Well, both of them have a lot of mobility. In my opinion, Ashe has the better kit for this, also
Okay.
with like the TNT spam.
Yeah.
The TNT does wondrous amounts of damage,
Okay.
but I'm betting that we're gonna see a Widowmaker mostly.
Okay. Well, looks like we are joining the team in right now.
And I was wrong on both accounts. It's a Hanzo.
Okay, so Mr. Bob Sparks on that Hanzo. You see him dashing around, waving at everyone. Okay, I mean, so it looks like we have Daddy on the Zenyatta. It looks like Finch of Flight on the Mercy.
Dr. Taco on that Zarya, and
Lendis,
Lendis on the Reinhardt.
yeah, right and true there. Seeds on the May here. What's up with that?
Well, like I said, I don't want to reveal too much, but we have been practicing with Mei on the first point of defense here
Okay,
in
okay,
Hanamura.
cool. All right, well, let's see how this plays well for ACU. Let's see what New York.
The
Oh, New
enemy Mei
York's.
wall,
Yeah, they looks like they were able to. Oh,
and Lendis falls, unfortunately, by
yeah.
that Zarya, the enemy Zarya.
So it looks like they used their May wall to kind of get through the side right there.
Zarya, or Daddy actually getting a kill on the Mei, and Mr. Bob Sparks using that volley arrow to kill two on
Yeah,
that team.
he took out both of their healers, which is a huge picks because
Getting
now,
damage boosted.
yeah, they can't heal uh, their team, and there you go. So now their team is staggered. It's gonna be gives plenty of time for Lendis to join the team, which there he is.
There he is, right
Uh,
back there.
so let's see what ACU decides to do. I mean, they're doing fairly well right now. Holding.
You see
Uh,
Mr. Bob Sparks shoot that dragon down the hallway,
oh,
just so they can isolate that Reinhardt, which is pinned by Lendis
yeah,
there.
man.
Unfortunately, Lendis is Maywalled and gets killed by the Ana.
All right, but I mean, a Reinhardt for a Reinhardt. He's in the back.
You see Seeds narrowly escaping everything as he uses his Maywall to block off the other characters.
Yeah, no, it's really smart to be using that Maywall like that. We have
Doofus jumping in, almost getting the KO on Seeds.
Yeah.
Seeds still alive though, because as we know, it's impossible to kill a May.
oh man, and
Oh.
it looks like Pocket of Taco falls with that Zarya. Mr. Bob Stark's out in the back just trying to pick off people, but ACU's team is slowly being taken out, and it looks like everyone falls except for
Lendis, who is in the back line right now.
He is not in a good place right now, but
I'm hoping we see
cheeky plays here.
some cheeky plays.
Oh,
And
nope. He decides against it. He's just gonna.
he's just
gonna
gonna
wait
wave
for
at
his
the enemy team
Oh, it looks like
as they leave him
they've opted
behind.
not to kill him. That is,
You have to love Overwatch in
yeah.
in these times.
I mean that puts ACU at a disadvantage. They don't have their main tank right now. It looks like Ana gonna die here, but both Pocket Attack, well, Pocket Attack was eliminated.
Switch to Hog actually instead of the Zarya that we knew.
Mr. Bob Sparks, Finch of Flight, Seeds, they all get taken out slowly. Daddy's on the point, just trying to stall with his ult, but that doesn't seem to do much. He's taken out. Have some presence. You see a
You
huge.
see Mr. Bob Sparks shooting that Dragon Strike on
Yeah.
point, just trying to zone them off as the other teams get on. We see Lendis with the kill on the Mei,
Yeah.
and unfortunately they're all anti.
And so Pocket of Taco, Lendis, Mr. Bob Sparks, they all fall. Seeds is on the point, trying to survive, trying to hold on. He gets taken out. Daddy's taken out, and
Finch of Light is not able to make it due to the punch.
So, well, there is the first round. ACU, I think, did a fairly decent job holding it. They got kind of stomped that second point, but
With that huge stagger on Lendis too.
yeah, nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. 5 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock for New York. So if ACU can get that, capture both points in that time, or at the very least, do it faster, maybe that'd be great. Uh, so what do you expect to see here? Anything? Should we expect to see any surprises from ACU point, perhaps?
Uh, I'm like I said, I don't want to reveal too much, but I will say maybe not as many surprises as you may think.
Okay. So, all right. Sorry. Let's see, Mr. Bob Sparks. He's on the Symmetra. Um, so I think I know what strategy they're going for here. It's a pretty tried and true strategy. I've seen it a lot in some competitive matches of just sort of mad dashing to the point, teleporting behind the team, and then surprising them from behind there. So I'm going to assume that's probably what their strategy is going to be.
That's probably most of their strategy.
Okay. I mean, so Symmetra with her recent buffs of faster projectile speed, uh, her deployment it now goes a little bit faster as well. It's a viable strategy, and I'm hoping it works for ACU's part. Looks like they're going on the right path, which kind of mix things up. Usually most teams go on the right path.
And what I'm expecting here is that they're going to set up
Oh,
that teleport like they just did.
there you
Mad
go.
rush to point. Now they're fighting on point, which gives them a huge advantage. Unfortunately, Hunter gets antied here and able to use his own heal
Yeah.
for a second.
But there you go.
Teleport
Teleport
with
falls.
that huge pin on the Mei there.
Yeah.
Huge stall character already out of the way.
It looks like Finch of Flight gets taken out, but a huge Brigitte gets also taken out as well. Paco de Taco falls, Lendis falls. Everyone seems to be falling, but we are capturing the point right now. ACU, Mr. Bob Sparks falls, but Daddy's still on the point.
We see that.
Oh,
Oh no.
huge pin.
Oh no.
You see Seeds on the Doomfist, he gets taken out, but I mean that's 2/3 of the point already taken up here.
Unfortunately, we saw that Moira ult come out from Daddy on our team.
Yeah.
Do has to specify because they do have a Daddy on their team.
But looks like their team is staggered right now. They don't have their usual people, so
The two tanks teaming up on that Reinhardt, getting the kill. Fortunately, Lendis falls by the enemy Brigitte. See Paco trying to get a kill on that Ana. Unfortunately, was not able to get it right now. See
Yeah.
the hook on the Brigitte.
So right now, ACU's just fighting on point. They're trying to take out as many of the teams as possible. They're currently staggered. ACU's also staggered, but shorter walk from the point for ACU. So Paco de Taco trying to survive on the point. Mr. Bob Sparks
Gives
falls.
Nano to no avail because he was antied, so he does
Yeah.
not get that nice heal buff there.
Looks like our daddy was able to take out that Moira, or that Zenyatta, but he quickly falls, and ACU's plan just starts to fall apart here.
You see that Baby Diva trying to get a ult charge for a mech pack on Seeds, unfortunately, and he looks like he's gotten a lot of pellets hit on him.
Yeah. So I don't know if ACU's going to switch their team up right now. Not sure that Symmetra is really working out right now. But it looks like Mr. Bob Sparks is still on the Symmetra. And they're still going to try to just push with this comp.
I mean, it was a very good strategy. They did very well for what they were doing, and they're doing it again, this time taking high ground.
Yeah, they're trying to mix it up, get a bit of a different strategy right here. They're going to push from behind. They're split pushing. See, there is an ult from their Devo. It takes out Paco de Taco,
three
Seeds,
of them.
Mr. Bob Sparks, Finch of Flight, and Lindis falls shortly after. Daddy is on the point by himself, and he gets taken out. That is a team kill.
And unfortunately, we saw that Hog ult coming out too, so now they don't have all that damage that they could have had coming back into that first point there.
Yeah, but ACU, Wildcats have a minute left to push, so 2 more good pushes at best here for ACU. Let's see if they can do it.
You see Mr. Bard Sparks actually switching off the Symmetra, opting for the Tracer.
Paco de Taco just out in the front.
It's like it's a dive comp now.
So they're trying to do some damage here. Seeds falls to just the spam through this sort of
and unfortunately,
hallway.
this is the cancer for Hanamura, is just the spam through this one doorway.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much going through here right now, and ECU looks like Seeds is back to join the team.
You see another Diva Bomb coming out from the enemy Diva, taking out Finch of Flight. Unfortunately, we see our Paco de Taco getting frozen, then Earth Shattered.
Paco de Taco just trying to get to the point.
Now
Someone,
DMAT gets killed by the enemy daddy.
no, it looks like ACU is out of time. But we are at overtime right now. Someone needs to be on the point. Looks like everyone is dead and no one's going to be able to get there on time. Oh, looks like Seeds was able to touch it, but I don't think that's enough for ACU to get back onto the point. It is not.
Fortunately, it is not.
And ACU loses this match. It was close, I would say. The somewhat Violets definitely had a lot of really good strategies here. They
They
well as
did.
a
They
team.
had a lot of good stalls as well.
Yeah, you see this. Oh my goodness, he threads that needle with this Diva mech. Wow.
That was a
This,
hard shot to take, too.
yeah, he was able to do it. They were able to defend this point. I mean, wow, that was amazing. Honestly, good job,
The
New
Diva
York.
bombs come in clutch most of the time. Unfortunately, it was from the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, but it just goes to show you that they're not willing to give up that easy. They're willing to fight for this victory, as much as ACU is. And I mean, as much as it hurts to see ACU lose, we do get a third game. So watch for us to commentate, for all of you guys to see at home that are viewing right now. So
That is always a good thing.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, while the team is readying up for the next match, it looks like our next map will be Blizzard World,
Ooh.
a hybrid map. Probably my favorite looking map out of all the maps, just because it's a huge homage to Blizzard and all the games that they've made, including Lost Vikings, which is a Super Nintendo game that came out like
They're a celebration map.
yeah. So, what do you expect? What are your thoughts on Blizzard as a map?
Well, my thoughts on Blizzard World, it's not my favorite, but it's also not my least favorite.
Okay, okay,
It's sort of mid to high. I do like the map, and I do like playing on the map under certain circumstances.
okay.
Uh, what I'm thinking that what I'm hoping to see here is Blizzard World is a huge open for that first point, that only point. It's huge and it's open. So
Yes.
what I'm expecting to see is some form of sniper
Okay.
again, because it is another heavy sniper map. And it's also a heavy goats map.
Yeah. Um, at least from my experiences playing on the map, goats is usually the go-to comp. Sometimes a sort of a combination of goats with maybe a sniper as well. Uh, Super excited to see what AC decides to do. It looks like, uh,
Mr. Bob Sparks is on the Sombra. This is a
yeah.
nice treat for us.
So it looks like some slight variant on goats, perhaps. They have Zarya and they have um, the Lindis on Reinhardt, of course, and the Brigitte as one of the healers, with Mercy being the other one. But we have Seeds here
McCree.
on the McCree, which I'm a personal fan of McCree, but you don't really see him all that much anymore, just because of
Uh,
Hanzo changes.
yeah, new reworks for characters.
Yes, especially
Unfortunately, this map is a heavy Pharah map, so I bet that's what they're expecting here.
that is a good point. And Mr. Bob Sparks right here, he's going to go ahead and hack all of, some of the health packs here. He gets detected, but he's able to get out.
Fortunately, they did not see him.
Yeah, so it looks like he's in the background, or the
Trying
back
to get
line.
a kill on this Hanzo.
Oh, he hacks the Hanzo and he's trying to take him out, whereas the other team is doing some damage out on the actual point. But it's a 3v6 or a 3v5 right now, and it looks like ACU is slowly starting to fall here. Daddy falls on the Brigitte, so does Lendez. Seeds slowly starts
See
to fall.
the enemy Reinhardt just swinging his hammer as fast as he can.
Yeah, and I mean, for a team that's running a slightly, I think it might be another variant of goats as well. I'm not entirely sure what their healers are, but they were able to take out 3 of ACU's team and push them back. So that was a first quick, easy capture of the first point. You expect to see any switch ups here from ACU now that it's at the second part of the map?
I mean, it all depends on the ult autonomy.
Okay.
If they do have ults up right now or close to ults, they may not switch until they pop their ult.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not expecting a switch yet until a couple of ults are popped.
All right. Well, let's see here. Looks like the ultraviolet.
See that enemy Genji almost fall by his daddy. Unfortunately, he falls.
He gets that
The
All right.
Seeds did a high noon off, and we see the enemy just popping various ults, including Diva Bomb and Dragon Strike there.
Yeah. So
The Earth Shatter from Lendis as he takes down the Diva and the Hanzo
yeah,
there.
they're able to demech the Diva, but they're sort of keeping her alive right now, just kind of toying with her. Probably take her out here in a bit,
They're trying to
stagger her.
stagger her so
Yeah.
that it takes more time for
Oh,
all the teams to get
I
back
don't think
together.
they were able to do it. I think the team was able to, yeah, to
They
back
were
her up right
not.
now. So Diva's not staggered. She's demech, but she's not staggered. Uh,
Unfortunately, she's maxed back up now, but we do
oh,
see Paco with that sneaky little grab there.
yeah.
Hopefully, he can do something really good with it.
So let's see what ends up happening here. Paco de Taco's in the back line here, just trying to do some damage. You see,
To the enemy Earth Shatter as the charge comes on Paco, unable to use that grab.
wow. They were able to take out Paco, Lendis, Finch of Flight, Mr. Bob Sparks, Daddy, and Seeds is alone.
He does have that high noon. I wonder if he's going to pop it now or just wait. He might just
Yeah,
wait.
it's probably best for him to wait without his team here to really support him. So it looks like they're going to get this second point, and ACU is able to do it. So ACU is going to fall back a bit here, regroup, and just kind of hold at this next sort of choke point right here. Lendis, of course, in the front, just trying to
I do
defend
see
his
the
team.
baby Diva back in the hallway over there, though,
Oh.
trying to get some ult charge.
Yeah, it looks like they're able to take her out.
She's taken out.
So that's good. That's good.
That is a huge stagger for the enemy team as they don't have one of their off tanks.
Yeah. Um, and right now they're just
The Paco trying to aim down that Genji. Unfortunately, he gets away. And the enemy Hanzo snipes our Mr. Bob Sparks, which gets res, thankfully.
yeah. So, but Daddy looks like he falls as well. Lendis falls, and the huge Earth Shatter of the somewhat Violets. I have no idea what happened there to Finch of Flight, but that might cost him his
He
life.
pops his ult there, just trying to stay alive as much as possible. Unfortunately, he cannot.
Seeds,
He sees with Deadeye.
but it looks like he's able to survive. And
Dragon Strike into spawn there.
yeah, Seeds falls unfortunately there, and
You see Daddy with Rally. Hopefully that can help.
yeah, he goes ahead and pops it, and now they're just pushing it, trying to
See
take
the
out.
Dragon Strike from Mr. Bob
Oh,
Sparks. They're just trying everything to stall this point here.
Yeah, huge Earth Shatter. Unfortunately, no one falls, but Prodigy
See
falls.
the Diva Bomb coming out. Hopefully,
Looks like it takes out Paco de Taco, and Lendis falls right after both of ACU's tanks have been taken out. Daddy is just swinging away, trying to stay alive. Seeds falls. He has switched to.
Finch of Light goes back onto point. Unfortunately, he falls
Yeah.
immediately right after. And
Yeah,
it's
he falls
Mr.
as
Bob
well.
Sparks in the Junkrat. Unfortunately, he did not make it back.
So, looks like ACU was not able to defend that first round, but
They did get a somewhat decent time back.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
yeah. So 322. ACU now will attack. So, do you expect them to go a Goats comp? Do you expect to see a maybe a Far Mercy combo here?
I mean, this is Overwatch. We could see literally anything, but
Yeah. I mean,
I'm expecting more of a Don'ts top. I doubt they'll run a Cancer Pharmacy comp, but they might.
okay. So we'll definitely have to see here what they decide to do. We are in the Heroes of the Storm arcade right now, so that's always.
Gotta love those high scores too.
Oh, all right. Bob Sparks on the Zarya.
Looks like they are running a Goats comp.
Yeah, right and true. I mean, it isn't broke, don't fix it. Lendis on the Reinhardt, of course. Finch of Flight on the Moira. Seeds on the Brigitte. Daddy on Lucio. Paco de Taco on Diva. Man. I mean, I remember the. I mean, what's your opinion on the Goats comp?
Now, being a tank main, I do like whenever I get to play tank.
Okay.
And I do like the Goats comp. However, it's too cancerous.
It's really annoying to really try to fight. So.
I mean, it works extremely well.
All right. Well, ACU is just pushing through, stick together as a team as a Goats comp should. They're
No
on the
picks
point.
yet.
and they were just pushing in, just trying to dish out as much damage, trying to
You see that May
take
wall
out.
blocking off most of the point here.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Lendis is able to stay alive as he just swings his hammer everywhere.
So they take out the Reinhardt, they take out the Junkrat, they take out the Mei, they take out the Lucio, and ACU is in a good position right now. They take out the Ana, and they've captured this point in a crazy, crazy short time right now.
Crazy short time. That was
That was
amazing.
insane. And I mean, no ults were used on ACU's like
ACU
side.
has to have a very good ult economy right
Yeah,
now.
right now, Mr. Bob Sparks is kind of peeking ahead, trying to see what's going on.
Trying to get some early charge there during the match.
Yeah, Lindis and Mr. Bob Sparks looks like you're gonna opt to stay closer to the payload. Payload actually does heal your team when you're on it, or at least in close proximity to it. And yeah, so finding out right here.
See Mr. Bob Sparks building that ult incredibly fast.
Yeah, and his
He's
charge
already
right
at
now.
96.
His charge right now is insane. You see a D.Va bomb that takes out
both of the
Seeds,
tanks.
Lindis, and Mr. Bob Sparks. ACU is gonna have to back out. At least the remaining survivors right now. Finch of Flight and Daddy right now are just on their own against a scary tank. Two scary tanks. But ACU has started to respawn here. They're grouping up and they're hopefully gonna push in.
And we do see that they both have rally. Mr. Bob Sparks has to have that Graviton Surge, and they also do have Coalescence, so they do have a very good ult economy. You see that Pato de Taco shoots at that D.Va bomb, unfortunately not able to get anyone.
Yeah,
You
and
see
then
that
you
Earth Shatter coming out from
see
Lendis
Graviton
too.
Surge that only gets the Ana, but they take
Hey,
out
that's
the
a
Ana.
main healer.
Yeah, Finch of Flight unfortunately falls.
Seeds falls as well to that enemy D.Va.
And it looks like they're just trading right now, but ACU only has one healer, being Lucio, and so they're having a bit of trouble taking out this D.Va, but D.Va decides
See,
to
both
ult.
D.Vas getting demeched.
Oh, man. Able to take out our D.Va. See a sound barrier from Daddy, trying to keep his team alive on the payload. They're pushing in. Daddy's really going in. He's really not wanting
Being
this
really
Reinhardt.
aggressive as well.
Yeah, he's still alive. His team, he knows his team is there to back him up.
He actually got some good leadway too.
Yeah.
We see the Nano Grind come out from the enemy team. That is a very devastating force if done right. He also uses Earth Shatter there too.
I don't think he gets anyone
He
successfully
doesn't.
though. But I mean, in the chaos right now, ACU and the somewhat Violets are not like no one has fallen yet. It seems. And I say that Spiff, the enemy Lucio falls. So does Mr. Bob Sparks, ACU Zarya, and their D.Va falls. Their
You might see
Junkrat
that
falls.
second cap coming on now, unless
Yeah.
if they really want to contest it, which it doesn't look like they do.
So ACU gets that second point, which means the spawn rooms change for both teams here.
And we do see that D.Va bomb that Pato de Taco has. Hopefully he's able to do something really sneaky with.
Yeah, I mean he's hopefully saving it for a good opportunity here. The enemy team does have a Reinhardt, so they need to make sure that they're
See
taking
the
out.
Far coming out from the enemy team now.
All right,
Effective counter against Goats is the pharmacy.
Yeah. So we'll see here what ACU decides to do. They're just fighting in the middle right now. That Mercy is definitely something that's being a bit of a hindrance for ACU, keeping their team alive. You see a
See
huge
that nice grab with the D.Va bomb too.
Graviton Surge.
Gets
Oh,
the Mercy.
my
There is a
goodness.
huge follow-up on that. That was amazing.
That is 4-5 of the enemy team down.
And the Pharaoh Suicides as well.
So Farah decides to just take herself out to sort of regroup with her team.
We do see the spawn camp they're trying to do right now, where the tanks push up to really just get in the way of the other people trying to come to point.
Paco de Taco taking a nap on the point.
We do see the Earth Shatter with the D.Va bomb.
That
Oh.
is a team kill. Almost. They need the D.Va. Oh, there it is.
And there's that huge stagger.
So, ACU, their entire team gets wiped. They're regrouping right now, and they just need to push. I mean, ACU is making it in pretty good time right now. If they can get onto the point and cap it here, they might have a chance to get, you know, it.
Looks like they're going for the back cap.
Yeah.
We see that the enemy team has switched to a Reaper.
Seeds pops his ult. You see another ult from Lucio. Maybe a bit of an overkill in ults, but they
See
did get
Seeds with the rally, trying to really get in that back line.
trying to take out the
Unfortunately, not able to
healers.
get the Ana yet.
at least that Ana. And it looks like the enemy Reinhardt falls, the enemy Ana falls, and they're going for that Diva.
The
Diva
Diva
is
is demeched. The Reaper and the McCree, I believe, on card are really just holding it up now.
yeah.
All they need to do is take those two out, which they do, and they are sailing on that card.
So it looks like they were able to cap. ACU doesn't have quite as much time for the next rounds, but they do finish with a good amount of time here. I think it was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
24 actually.
24. All right. So New York University, of course, gets a
Nice minute buffer there.
yeah. So, but maybe ACU can hold the first point. I think ACU is actually attacking first. Possibly. If I remember competitive rules correctly, ACU might be attacking first here. So let's see if they decide to go goats again or change it up. And it looks like
They
they're
are
going.
attacking first here. So what I'm expecting to see, maybe from the enemy team, is more of a Reaper now that they believe they're going to run goats.
Mhm. Okay, it looks like they've opted to switch out. I think it's the Lucio for a Mercy, just to kind of keep everyone alive a bit more with some more dedicated healing. Um, but that does mean that they lose their speed from Lucio. But that does give them a bit more of longevity, assuming that I think is it Finch of Flight that's playing.
It is Finch of Flight.
Assuming that Finch of Flight can stay alive.
They also have the res too, which is a very good mechanic
Yes.
for stalling and really just like staying on the point long enough.
Yeah. So looks like they're going on the right, but they're gonna push forward here at the gates, and it.
Pushing through main, looks like we do have a bit of a split comp here. Fortunately, the Pharah takes out Finch of Flight.
Oh, that is not something you want to see. ACU's gonna have to go back
out
here,
of here.
just because a 5v6 with a healer down isn't exactly the position that ACU wants to be in. Lindis is kind of waiting. Looks like he's back. They're gonna push up again. They're gonna push through the right here, try to get the high ground.
Unfortunately, that Pharah is going to be a real nuisance for a goats comp.
Yeah, I mean, a crazy amount of damage from far. That's not something that you ever want to see when playing goats. ACU right now, they're having some trouble like pushing forward, but you have to get to that point and capture. They've already wasted a minute just sort of trying to get to the point. They take
We
out.
do see the Doomfist falling there. Reinhardt is very low. Fortunately, not able to capitalize yet on him. The Lucio is extremely low, gets healed with the Ana real quick, and Lendis gets charged by the enemy Ryan. You do see the Justice come out from the Pharah. Finch of Light narrowly escapes it for a second there.
But gets taken out. So the Pharah is down, but Finch of Flight is also down. Seeds is trying to survive on his own here, but he eventually is taken out. Daddy's trying to do as much damage, but at this point they're just staggering the team.
Already using that ult, gets one, unfortunately not able to do enough.
And gets taken out.
See, Lendis coming back now.
That's not something you want to do.
A bit too late.
Not something you want to do, Lendis. So he backs up to rejoin his team as they respawn. Looks like ACU is going to have one more opportunity here to really push ahead and try to cap this point.
The rest beyond this is going to be a staggered push, assuming that they do have the ability to camp the point for a little while there.
So
we do see that Lendis almost already has the Earth Shadow ready. He pops it, gets most of the team. Unfortunately, there is that self-destruct that takes out three of ACU's team. You see Meteor Strike taking out Paco for the rest of it.
Oh my goodness, and it looks like ACU is able to take out enough of the team to hopefully cap this point.
See Lendis just bullying the Diva there.
Yeah, I mean, there goes the Lucio. I think the only person left is
just Pharah now.
Yeah, that Pharah up top. I wish that Pharah can't do anything against this Reinhardt shield, and Pharah ends up falling. ACU is able to capture this point. Fortunately, they don't get any extra time since this is a hybrid map. So in order for the payload to keep moving,
they have to constantly be within proximity.
Yeah. So let's see what ACU decides to do here.
That was really a great hold for ACU, especially the Earth Shadow that Lendis put in. Even though the Diva Strike took out Paco's mech and two of the other teammates for ACU, it still was a really good hold there. You do see Lendis almost having another Earth Shatter again.
Yeah, this could be really huge for ACU right now. They might be able to.
Really just get some
Oh, he gets slept,
distance.
but gets.
Does have the Earth Shatter again. He pops it, getting the
Oh.
ulted Rhine. And
It's,
also, Pato shoots his mech out.
yeah. So in this crazy chaos, the enemy Lucio dies. So does the enemy Doomfist. Finch of Flight gets taken out.
You
Symphony
also
gets
see
taken
that
out.
ult right there for the Diva Bomb, and we did see the Justice from the Pharah.
But ACU appears to be on top of this right now.
They're still holding strong,
they're
still pushing
strong.
that payload.
They might be able to cap the second point.
See Diva trying to go for the backline more there.
Yeah.
Just trying to cause trouble and chaos. Trying to stall also.
But right now, I mean, they're staying within proximity of the point. He's able to block the majority of Doomfist's ult. But there's in this chaos, the enemy Tracer falls, so does the enemy Doomfist. And you see
the grab coming out.
Huge Graviton Surge by ACU.
And also, Lendis does have another Earth Shatter again.
Out the Lucio and the enemy Reinhardt. And ACU is just on fire right now. Literally, Lendis is on fire. You can see on his portrait right now, they are just pushing through. They are not letting the somewhat Violets take hold of this payload. They are going to push this and see this through. Our team is on the point right now, as Lendis is defending his team with his shield, as a good Crusader should. So this next point, probably the hardest point for the attacking team. So we may see ACU fall here, but
it is a really good stall point for the defending team. Unfortunately, those corners do not bode well.
Oh, you see a huge...
Oh
my
nice
goodness!
Combo on Paco with Melendez Earth Shatter.
What an amazing...
Gets 3. Gets the Doomfist, the enemy Lucio, and the enemy Reinhardt. That was just a beautiful play by ACU right there.
There you have it. I mean, ACU successfully takes out half of the team, and they're continuing to push. Even if ACU doesn't get all the way to the end, they are nearing the end at the very least.
You see the enemy Diva that takes out Finch of Light and Lendis.
Unfortunately, so this might be where we see ACU's,
we also do see the Nano Rhine too coming out. Fortunately, Paco's mech is demech there, and Daddy is just left to defend the point with a very hurt Mr. Bob Sparks, which then falls, and that is the first round.
All right.
They pushed it really far on overtime alone.
Yeah. So they didn't make it to the very end, but I mean they might as well have. The somewhat Violets will have to match that distance at the very least in order to win. So this honestly is anyone's game right now. If they're not able, if ACU can defend the first point, ACU wins, and if New York University isn't able to reach that final stopping point of where ACU was, they also don't win this, and ACU wins. So
now we do see that they do have a minute more in their time bank.
That is true.
Unfortunately, for them, it is very hard to get there in 3 minutes, especially with all the stops. However, it is very doable, as Overwatch is a basic game of chance almost.
Yes. So let's talk about the comp a bit. What are they running right now?
Well, it looks like they're running more goats than. Yep, looks like they are running goats. With Lendis on the Rhine, Paco on the Diva, Mr. Bob Sparks on the Zarya, Daddy on that Moira, Seeds on the Brigade, and finally Finch of Light on the Mercy.
Okay. Do you think are they hiding? Are they hiding right now? What is this strategy? I don't think I've ever really seen this. What's going on here?
Something that I'm hoping to happen is that Lendis, being the Reinhardt, charges in with the bubble from Mr. Bob Sparks just to really be annoying to the enemy team and hopefully get a character along the way. Looks like they are engaging now with the enemy team.
Okay.
Looks like Hanzo is split off from his team, however.
Yeah, that's not something that you want to see sometimes. But with goats, I mean, Seeds gets taken out, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Taco's mech does too.
So let's see what ACU can do at this point. They get...
see that? And almost charging the Ana. Perfectly timed sleep for the enemy Ana.
Wow. And it looks like ACU is is not going to be able to really hold this point as long as they were wanting to. Eddie's still on there, but he gets taken out, and with that, ACU looks like they're going to have to just fight on the payload for the most part. Um,
Now they did burn a minute of their time, which is good. However, they still could push this all the way.
yes, so, I mean, of course, they don't have the sort of time constraints of overtime that ACU does right now. They still have 2 minutes, and if they all die, or if they all get taken out, the team, then
They're able
they,
to respawn,
yeah.
regroup.
So right now, ACU is just trying to stall right now, make them waste some more time. They're engaging, but
We
playing
land
it a
us
little bit
close to that
safe.
grab when we do see the enemy self-destruct coming out, only killing Mr.
Oh,
Bob Sparks, unfortunately.
yeah, but definitely something that you don't
See,
want to see.
Mr. Bob Sparks getting rezzed. Unfortunately, there is a lot of other death that the Mercy can't res.
Yeah,
We do see that ult coming out from Mr. Bob Sparks. Unfortunately, there was no capitalization.
no. And it looks like they're just going to continue to push this point. Pocket Taco gets taken out, and payload keeps moving. So ACU again still has a good opportunity to keep
They
the
burned up
somewhat
a good
violence.
minute.
Yeah, that's another minute of them gone. So I think ACU right now, their strategy is just burn up as much time as possible, and then when it really counts, take them all out. So Pocket Taco's engaging the enemy diva right now, having a diva off. It looks like he got demeched, and then he,
Fortunately, that Graviton Surge.
yeah.
Now, is there going to be any capitalization? The answer is no. The Dragon Strike coming out a little late. Unfortunately, getting seeds. But the payload still is being contested by Pocket Taco.
Yeah. Lindis falls, Daddy falls, Seeds falls, and Finch of Flight. Pocket Taco's the only one alive right now, but he...
He gets demacked, and Seeds falls during the process. Pocket Taco trying to run him out of the payload. Gets taken out.
So yeah, it looks like they reached the second point, which means that the spawns change, and they're going to have to regroup. But they have 30 seconds left, so if ACU can just hold them back for these 30 seconds, and then, get a nice team kill at this before they reach ACU's spot that they need to.
We did see that sneaky little shot on our on Lindis here from Hanzo, probably
Yeah.
in the back line.
He's probably gonna get some cheeky kills up back. So time is up. They are in overtime. They get
They did
a
do that
Graviton
great
Surge.
Graviton Surge. Unfortunately, there was a sound barrier to cancel it. Also, Depot Bomb self-destruct, killing
Oh
three.
my goodness.
We do see Lendis hammer down as he falls, however.
Wow, that takes out the entire team.
That was a team kill.
And unfortunately, since it's overtime, spawns, respawns take a little bit longer. So we might see one or two, or oh, it looks like the team is respawning, but can they make it there on time? Looks like they can. So
Yep,
it's
with
being
the
contested.
Potter Detato shooting out his self-destruct, unfortunately not getting any. We do see Coalescence coming out and the enemy grab.
Bitch of Flight gets taken out. There goes the ACU Mercy. And Lindis and Daddy both get taken out as well. Unfortunately, Seeds falls, Mr. Bob Sparks,
And
Pocket
Potter
Taco.
Detato.
And it looks like that is
Game.
the game.
Well, that was a very exciting game, fortunately, because both teams really had a lot of things going for them.
Yeah, I mean, uh, clearly, the, the the somewhat ultra or somewhat violets, they were able to make it a pretty good comeback here. They lost the first map pretty quickly here. This is some insane plays by their enemy Reinhardt, but um, they were able to come back on the last two maps. Some pretty even teams here that we saw. Um, ACU did some really good plays. So did New York University. But
Saw some
fortunately,
great teamwork on both sides.
yeah, unfortunately, ACU just wasn't able to sort of capitalize on the enemy team falling in certain cases, and that last Earth Shatter from NYU was just a devastating
Devastating.
thing. But all in all, I mean, still really good matches. ACU and New York both played really well, and that's what we're here for. We
Yep.
want to see some good matches. Um, yeah, it's fun to see one-sided matches, but even if ACU loses, at least they lost to a team that strategizes and plays and plans just as well as ACU. So that's always fun.
It's
Um,
always nice to see one-sided matches like you were saying, but it's even better to see matches that are uh, almost the same rank, almost
Yeah,
like head to head.
definitely. I mean, it's it's
More
just something.
exciting.
It's very satisfying as well. So um, that was the third match. Unfortunately, ACU lost. But um, they should be playing another match here pretty soon. Or
Oh,
let
sorry.
me actually check the schedule here right now. Um, against I don't even know how to pronounce this. Uh, it looks to be in French. Uh, Segep de la Poca Tierra. I have no idea what that is. Um, oh, yeah, cool. Their team name CDLP, so that's probably what we're referring to them as. Um, but they should be playing here pretty soon. Think at 8:30ish is the time, so we're probably in the stream. Trying to still get some confirmation from that team in order to stream it itself. So we may be back at 8:30, we may not be, but make sure you guys follow our channel. You'll receive a notification if we go back online, and if we do, it'll probably be a good 5 or 10 minutes before the game actually starts. We'll do some pre-game stuff, talk about the maps that they'll play on. So um, go ahead, take a break, but don't go anywhere. Don't leave your computer, or at the very least, leave your notifications on, just in case we come back to stream this next game, because you won't want to miss it. Uh, it's always super exciting stuff. So with that, we'll depart right now. You have any last words before we leave about this last game that we just played?
All in all, both teams did really well. Unfortunately, ACU losing that last little bit there. A lot of capitalization on both teams. Would like to see like really great teamwork like we saw today.
Yeah. So
Fortunately, both teams did really well.
yeah,
I'm satisfied.
yeah, I am too, honestly. It's the really good set. So we're gonna head out right now, and we'll be hopefully back a little bit before or about 8:30ish. So
Sounds good.
adios.